Little Red Riding Hood.
Basket. Woods. Hood. Bunch. Cabin. Ill. Woodsman. Axe.
Once upon a time, there was a girl. Her mother called her Little Red because she loved the color red. One day her mother said, "Your grandmother is ill. Please take this basket of food to her." Little Red put on a red hood and took the basket from her mother. "Be careful in the woods," her mother said. "Stay away from wolves." Little Red's grandmother's cabin was very far away. She had to follow a path through the long, dark woods. At first she walked quickly, but she slowed down at the sight of some pretty birds. A wolf smelled something delicious in the woods. He followed the smell until he came to Little Red. "What do you have in that basket, little girl?" he asked. "Nothing for you," she said. Then she walked more quickly through the trees. "Where are you going?" the wolf asked. "I'm going to my grandmother's cabin. She's ill." "Where is her cabin?" he asked. He smiled a toothy smile. "She lives in the cabin by the lake," she said. Little Red just wanted him to go away. "Okay, goodbye, little girl," he said, and he ran away. Little Red kept walking through the woods. She found some pretty forest flowers and took a bunch for her grandmother. The wolf was not nice. He did not get any flowers for Little Red's grandmother. He ran through the woods quickly. He found her grandmother's cabin and knocked on the door. "Hello, Little Red, is that you?" Grandmother asked. She opened the door. "You're not my granddaughter," she said to the wolf. The wolf quickly grabbed her and swallowed her up. Little Red skipped her way through the woods, taking her time. At last she saw her grandmother's cabin. She happily walked up to the door and knocked. But her grandmother did not come to the door. Instead, she heard a voice coming from inside the cabin. "Come in, dear." So Little Red slowly opened the door and went inside. "I brought you a basket full of food. I have bread and cookies," Little Red said. "Sounds delicious," said a voice from the bedroom. But it didn't sound like her grandmother. "Sweetie, I am too tired to get up. Could you bring the food in here?" So Little Red opened the bedroom door. The light was low and she could not see her grandmother well. "Come closer, dear." Little Red went closer to her grandmother's bed. She saw her grandmother had long ears. "What long ears you have," said Little Red. "The better to hear you with, my dear." "What big eyes you have." "Better to see you with, my dear." Finally, Little Red stepped even closer to her strange-looking grandmother. "Grandma, what long teeth you have!" That's when the wolf jumped out of the bed. He was wearing the grandmother's pajamas and glasses. "Ah!" said Little Red, but it was too late. The wolf swallowed her up too. A woodsman was cutting trees in the nearby woods. He heard Little Red scream and ran to the cabin. He opened the door to see the wolf finish Little Red with one big gulp. The wolf saw the axe in the woodsman's hands and tried to run away, but the wolf was too heavy with 2 people in his stomach. The woodsman cut the stomach of the wolf. Out came Little Red and her grandmother. "That was not very comfortable," said Little Red's grandmother as she stepped out of the wolf. "Thank you, dear woodsman, you saved us." "Would you like some tea?" asked Little Red. They sat down and enjoyed tea, bread, and cookies. In the end, they had a pleasant afternoon. Grandmother felt better after getting some good food, and the woodsman took home a nice wolf skin to put in his cabin. The end.